Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Got a little downtime in the shop, so I'm going to do a little project. Got a lot of dust, so I'm going to build a dust collector. Let's go in and do this project. Well, I watched a lot of videos on making these cyclonic dust collectors to put in front of the shop vac to collect the dust and keep the dust down in the shop. One from Chris No Tap was really interesting, so I'm going to kind of build a derivative of that. He used 2 buckets, so I'm going to use this bigger food grade barrel to make it a little bigger, and I'm going to kind of simplify it just using 2 45s, 2 inches connector, and then some soft connectors that I'll use to put my hose in and make sure it's secure. Hopefully this should be a really easy build. The first thing I'm going to do is cut a couple of 2-inch connectors out of a piece of 2-inch PVC that I had just laying around. Gone ahead and put a piece of tape at the 2-inch mark right here, so I don't actually have to put marks on the pipe. I don't have to measure the pipe. I just measured once right here, and then I can just bring my pipe right up to that point and then cut it, and then that'll be at 2 inches. There you go, and now you see one of the reasons why I need a dust collector. I went ahead and put some blue tape on the inside of the lid, and you see this has a gasket, which makes it really good, makes a good and tight seal. Took some of those 2-inch connectors that I made and just outlined around that blue tape, and I'm going to go ahead and drill a pilot hole in each of these, and then I'll cut that out with a hacksaw. And the way this is structured, the inlet going into the barrel will come in from the side. That'll create the cyclone, and then the exit going back into the shop vac will be through the middle. So you cut one hole close to the edge and one hole right in the center. Now we're just going to cut these holes out with just a hand jigsaw. Just kind of have to be careful and don't want to go crazy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Well, that'll work. That'll work. So the inlet coming in from wherever I'm dusting up, come in through this adapter. The hose will be connected in that. It'll go through the lid at the edge. Then this little 2-inch pipe adapter. Then a 45. Then the other 45, so I can get it to where it'll aim it kind of down at an angle next to the edge of the bucket, and then that'll create that swirl. Now coming back out, we'll go the clean air. We'll go up through this piece, a little adapter I cut out of 2-inch pipe. That'll be the hole in the center, and then this adapter here, the flexible connector, and then the hose going to the shop vac. So let's put this together. And this is just going to be form fitted together. I'm not going to use any glue. Just kind of kind of pushing it together and just kind of form fitting it. And that's one of the beauties of this, is that if you need to take it apart and adjust it or change it around, you can do that very easily. So there's the clean side adapter now. The air will go in through there, out through there. I have my flexible hook connector here going to my shop vac hose going into the shop vac. Now let's do the other side. All right. Got these two guys here, and they just fit together. Then that connector I made out of that 2-inch pipe. Get that good, and they do. They just kind of tight fit in there, and that goes through that hole. And then got this connector here with the pipe connector, the flexible connector, and we just tighten it down. It's just a like a strap connector there. We don't want to tighten it down. We don't want to get it too tight. We don't want to crack that PVC. That's it. Makes a nice tight fit. All right, let's put it back together. All right, let's put it together, and just to show you from the inside, this will be where the air, all the dust comes in, goes down this pipe, kind of goes down right against the edge of the barrel, creates that swirl. All the dust will drop out, hopefully, and then the clean air will come in through this and go through the hose to the shop vac. So this is what it looks like from the inside. All right, let's connect it to the shop vac. So I bought this 2-inch 15-foot shop vac hose, and I swear this thing looks like something out of a horror movie. But we're going to go ahead and cut off. Here's the end that goes into the shop vac. So we're going to cut off about 3.5 feet, just with a razor knife. Just cut. It really cuts real easy because this is just plastic. So we're going to go ahead and cut through that, and we're going to cut off right about 3.5 feet, and that'll be just enough to get the shop vac connected to that center exit hole, and then the rest of it I can pull around to the shop or connect to the machines. The rest of this will go into the hole on the outside, and then I can connect this to machines or pull around my shop and dust up. So let's go ahead and connect that to the dust collector. This is the end. It just goes pretty much in. I mean, it's a pretty good fit. About the same size as a 2-inch piece of PVC. I'm going to use this adjustable connector. Just kind of tighten down on it to kind of make sure it's good and snug. And then the center hole going to the shop vac, I'll just do the same thing. Push it in there. Let's loosen it a little bit. Then we'll connect them to the shop vac. Alright, this is by no means a scientific experiment, but there's my shop vac. It's empty. As you can see, I put a new bag on it. I'm going to take off this hose. Don't need that. I got this big one, and then hook it up and then clean up the shop. Well, here's the inside of the dust collector barrel, and it's got a lot of stuff in it, mainly big stuff. And this is the inside of the shot back. So you see it's fairly clean, just a little bit of fine dust got through. So is it a success? Sort of. But I think we could probably do better. And I might make some improvements. But at least it's good for now, and I'll be using it. Clean up the shop.